Hello everybody, Geek Muffins here, and we are back with another episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. Like my little dance there? Ooh yay! Okay, sorry. Okay, so we left off yesterday in this room that looks like it's a kid's room. Ooh, look at that skylight. Isn't that pretty? Woo! And it's a full moon too. Oh shit. Okay. So I guess we just... They got lockers? What? Alright, well, let's get cracking, I guess. It's a police report?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Aww.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Okay. What is with this weird ass music? Oh, I'm controlling the frog. Woo!
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
No!
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Ha 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 ha.
I wonder what he's
Ha ha!
what his world was like.
Ha ha! Sweet.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
What the heck am I supposed to be doing?
Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
Jesus! I'm so confused. I see letters. I'm so confused. What am I supposed to be doing? Shoot! Okay, I get it. Boing. Whee!
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about the baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
What? no.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
He drowned himself. A 1-year-old baby drowned himself because he was left alone in a bathtub. I have no words. I mean, why would you leave a child that young alone in a bathtub? A bathtub! I've seen way too many cases on the news where, like, children have either, like, drowned themselves or, like, fallen in the pool or something, and it's just, it's heartbreaking, you know? Ugh. God.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet... A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
I get to play as the kite. Whoa.
Father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Make him cry.
Sounds like somebody is angry that Daddy is getting married. What am I supposed to do? I'm really confused. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Maybe go up higher. Oh, okay.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, holy, flipped his dad off.
wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Why do I have a feeling Gus is about to get struck by lightning?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Okay, so Gus did get struck by lightning. Sort of.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me
So
Gus.
did he get struck by lightning or did he get just carried away on the wind? I mean, okay. Alright, well, that's onward, I guess. I feel like there's another secret in here to be had. They each had their own light above their bed. Okay. Oh. Nope, can't do nothing about that. I see jump ropes. Did I miss something? No? Okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
22 weeks pregnant and I'm rock
At the
climbing.
time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, well, this is quaint.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay. Flying to India. Heck, Dawn Finch. Okay, so, oh. I'm a tad bit on the confused side as to what in the hell I'm supposed to be doing right now. Is there something I haven't quite caught on to yet, or... Because I don't think I can go backwards, because I don't think going backwards is really going to help me, because I can't... Let's try this, I guess. Oh yeah, that's not ominously creepy. Oh Jesus, I'm like really far up. Here we go again with the rock climbing. Oh, okay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
That is one hell of a view. I'm damn near at the top of the house. Holy crap.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost
It's a
normal.
classroom? This looks like a... It is a classroom. Hey, there's my desk.
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Wow. Okay, so I'm assuming I have to get in there somehow. Oh, well, that makes things a little easier. Okay, let me see if I can plug in. There we go. So he was a painter. Okay, I don't want to go back out that way. I just came in that way. What? Wow.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
This is awesome. So did he just leave on his own?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Huh. It's one hell of a view.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Again, very, very healthy response. I guess we go back out this way. There's not really anywhere else I can't go.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
It makes me wonder, did Milton actually disappear, or did he just kind of up and leave, or... What's the deal here? Huh. Alright, well, I guess I gotta go back around, and we're going up. That is creepy and beautiful all at the same time. That is so pretty. And really freaking scary. Holy crap, I'm like really high up.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh!
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
I see a pot plant. Groovy! Right on, dude! Okay, so... I guess I go this way first? Oh, look at the swings! That's awesome! I love those things. What? No, I said open it. That is a sweet looking hookah. What?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Wow. It's my kind of room. No. No. Character's got a mind of her own, apparently. Sweet.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
It's not foreshadowing or anything.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh!
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, what?
I asked him to describe it.
That is so cool.
He said he started small,
Oh,
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
this is awesome.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
This is intense.
So I let him go
So
on.
I'm actually playing as his daydream.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Why do I get the feeling I'm about to cut off a hand or something?
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
I'm getting a little nervous about this.
He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
What in the world?
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like this.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
I must have like a god complex or something.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Let's go with the Queen.
handsome queen.
Okay, did somebody slip LSD into his freaking morning coffee or something? For real. Ooh.
The queen was on her own quest for
Let's go go with rainbows.
Radiant rainbows.
Okay. Lewis is definitely tripping out.
He followed the sound of her
Silver harp. Always loved the sound harps make.
silver harp.
Ooh, no, I missed a note.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Sounds like Neverland, if you ask me.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Okay, I can't see anything now.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Ugh.
But he was so
Ow!
proud of having
Eh.
created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Now I'm all for having a good
Then
imagination.
it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Okay, I'm all for having a good imagination, but that's a bit much. Huh.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I'm a little iffy about this.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Excuse me.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
find this odd. Ooh, that is loud. There we go.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh, hell.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
That's, wow. Okay. How did he get decapitated? I mean, I get it, like, you know, in his imagination and whatnot, he was decapitated via guillotine, but my question is, how did he actually get decapitated? Like, how did he actually die, you know? I mean, was he tripping out or something? I mean, what the...
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Wow. Look at this place. Oh.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Whose room is this?
But I understand why we left.
Edith. This is my room. Seven ways to create a... So, Dawn, which I guess is the mother of, this character, is an author. God-fearing author, apparently. Okay.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Wait, what happened?
Maybe it should have come sooner.
So apparently this is my area. Oh, how cute.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Beautiful quill pen, I must say. I've always been quite partial to quills.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
So we finally get to see the library.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your story. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Nobody asks
We'll have
Edith.
the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Wow.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
This
God,
is
it
crazy.
smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
I am walking on
I
the
never
ocean
thought
floor.
I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
What? Where am I? I'm not exactly okay with this. Like, it's freaking creepy.
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
Okay. Am I on a horse? Sounds like I'm on a horse.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Wow.
Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
She ruined my book.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
What am I supposed to be doing?
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was
Oh
alone.
no.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Wow, okay.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Am I having the kid now?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Oh, I'm so confused.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
What?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What? You freaking died after what? What the hell? And here I thought that the protagonist was actually gonna live through it and be able to just live and be happy and be the Finch that survived, but no. Wow. Wow. That was one hell of a good story, though. Ugh. So the kid at the beginning with the lilies that we see, it wasn't actually Edith, it was her son. And all this time we're reading from her journal that she wrote for her son. That's crazy. That was a crazy good story. That was a crazy good game. I have to say kudos to the designers of the game and the artists. Beautiful artwork, absolutely beautiful artwork. It was very surreal. I kind of find myself hoping that the creators of this game actually have things for like the VR. Because I would love to like see something like that. I'd definitely give it a shot. Hell yeah. Wow. So, what was y'all's most heartbreaking moment during this gameplay? Which death was it that really just ripped at your soul and your heart and just, it made you stop and look at the screen like, what the hell did I just see?